FNN WPTV on Instagram. Oh yeah.
How do they do that?
This week on WPTV, Tuesday at 12:30, we are having a Braveathon info meeting. Both radio and TV members must attend, followed by a production of Very Late with Vaughn League at 1. On Thursday at 12, we will be setting up for Braveathon. Come help if you're available. And Friday, Braveathon is here. Crew call is at 8:30.
You are watching WPTV, award-winning college television. You are watching WPTV, award-winning college television.
Tonight, we're celebrating 1 year of Very Late. Wieners are getting robbed in Vegas. Isabel's taking over Women's History Month. And, oh, did I mention we're an award-winning show now? We've got so much to celebrate, so let's get into it. This is Very Late with Vaughn League. Woo! Thank you so much. People, I love it. I want to touch all of your faces. Thank you so much. Welcome to Very Late. I'm Vaughn Leak, and if I look a little different, it's because I lost a few pounds.
Good one. And my mustache grew too.
Yeah, well, one of those statements is true. No, if I look a little bit different, it's actually because I gained weight. The weight of 3 national awards in my back. Come on! Come on! Thank you. Thank you. That was from Mark Brandt. Thank you, man. Best program director, best honor personality, best variety in the country, baby. And you're just
variety.
Just variety.
Yeah.
You'll get them next year. Anyway, like I said, this is Very Late. I'm Vaughn Leak, and over there is my sidekick and best friend, Isabel. Isabel, hey.
Do you have a best friend named Isabel? Where is she?
I was referring to you.
You think we're friends?
I don't think that's an unfair assumption.
You wish.
Okay, well, there's so much going on, so let's see what's happening. First off, we have to talk about this Chris Rock special. He did a live Netflix show where he finally addressed getting slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars last year. Let me start by saying Chris Rock getting bitch slapped on TV and then waiting a year to gain profit on it is genius. We should try that. I'm out here. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Wow.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Oh. In the Netflix special, Chris Rock said the reason he didn't fight back is because he has parents and he was actually raised. Which I don't get, because if I walked into my mom's house after getting slapped, she'd tell me to take my black ass outside and fight back. And then I'd probably get whooped for not fighting back. I keep like messing with my shirt. I feel like I'm supposed to be fasting for Lent, but I feel like if I breathe anymore, I'm gonna pop. Or you could just think I started going to the gym, whichever one you decide to choose to listen to. Don't I look muscular? David Hasselhoff type beat. I'm gonna start doing the rock, the nipple thing.
That's okay.
No?
Please spare us.
Everybody's talking about Cocaine Bear, the new movie about a bear that goes on a wild coke rampage. Meanwhile, I just can't believe it took him this long to do a documentary about Charlie Sheen. In other news, after 17 years, the Rachel Ray show is ending. And in related news, working men have reported an increase in terrible meals that their wives, who only have one job, have been making.
One job? That's so insensitive.
My bad, Isabel. I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, we clean too.
You ever heard of sazon, adobo, sofrito? Any of those? Lawry's?
Fabuloso?
No fabuloso. Just saying things now. Isabel makes a mean casserole, I'll tell you. Hey, since we're on the topic, March is Women's History Month, so Isabel, do you want to tell a joke?
Oh, this is such an honor. Okay.
Don't get used to it.
Hailey Bieber has been keeping an eye out for Selena lately.
Okay, never mind. That's enough. You're done. Usually I never say never, but after that, Isabel, I take it back.
You make me so mad. I'm going to lose my marbles. I can't keep my hands to myself. I'm going to beat your ass.
You're not going to beat my ass? Why are you so violent? God damn. Actually, you know what, Isabel? I can't work under these conditions anymore. I can't believe I'm stuck with you.
We can fight. When you're ready, come and get it.
Nah. And what do you mean? Actually, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm sorry. You need to learn to love yourself, or else you're going to be pretty lonely.
Tell me something I don't know.
And scene. Whew. Good one, Isabel. Just kidding. A Dallas journalist was fired for calling the mayor bro on Twitter. In other news, a guy talked about grabbing women by the pussy and he became the president. Last month, thieves in Las Vegas stole the catalytic converter from the famous Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. Here to comment is the driver of the Wienermobile. How are you, sir?
Feeling weenie.
Oh, okay. You want to tell us what happened on the scene?
Am I supposed to improv this?
Yes, we discussed this in the meeting. So tell us. Okay. This is what won Best Variety, ladies and gentlemen.
My wiener. I pumped the gas twice and the wiener just busted.
Oh no. Okay. Well, can you tell us about why would anybody want to steal the catalytic converter from your wiener?
Well, it's big, it's hard, it moves fast. It's just tough all the way around.
Right. And I'm sure you just got the oil change, so your engine is revving.
Well, I put it in the greaser. I got it all revved up, fired up. Got a little greasy on it. Feeling frisky. You know, slid right in between those buns.
Yeah.
Got right in there with that hot dog. Put some mustard, some ketchup.
Relish?
Oh, I relished every second.
Okay. Now, have you guys have any leads on who stole the catalytic converter from your wiener?
I'm not sure, but whoever they said stole it, they felt like they got 1% bigger every day.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, we'll check in with you again later. Thank you, sir. Moving on, Tennessee Governor Bill Lee is banning drag shows in the state because they're apparently inappropriate for children. But a photo surfaced recently of him in high school dressed as a woman. And a lot of states are actually banning things that affect real communities lately. Tennessee's banning drag shows, pushing LGBTQ plus people back in the closet. Florida's banning critical race theory, which only perpetuates racism. And worst of all, New Jersey is banning unflushable baby wipes. How's Chris Christie going to wipe his ass now? Good luck. A new report from NPR says that people who think they're attractive are less likely to wear masks.
Yeah, here. Take one of these.
Why are you trying to give me a mask?
'Cause you're spreading ugly like it's disease.
I don't need a mask, Isabel. What are you talking about? Masks don't prevent COVID.
We interrupt this program to bring you breaking news. Vaunt leak, anti-masker, more at 11.
We have an amazing show for you tonight. We just won IBS, baby. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a second.
You are watching WPTV, award-winning college television.
Thank you for tuning in. This is Very Late with Vaunt Leak, and this episode means a lot. First of all, I just want to say today marks 1 year since we started this show on WPTV. Make some noise. Come on. Clap for me. Look at this guy. Oh, man. His beard has not aged a day. Such a shame. Look, you have no idea what it takes for us to do this show. Long nights, very late nights. A lot of bugging Nick Wilkerson to come to the writers' meetings. But from the bottom of my heart, to everyone who has sewed into it, from the crew to the writers, the producers, the viewers, social media followers, the lovers, the haters, and especially Country Calvin, I sincerely appreciate you all. We have a couple episodes of this show to go before President Hell Zabler tries to lay me off, so let's keep doing what we're doing and being great. Woo! Yippee! In other news, let's keep the celebrating going because Very Late with Vaunt League was just named Best College Variety Program in the country! Clap again! Come on! Yay! Give it to me! Give it to me! And stop. Love it. Isabel, we did it! Hooray! Friendship.
So much variety.
Right. Not a lot of comedy. We were nominated for Best Comedy Program, Best Variety Program, Best Talk Program. We won Best Variety Program.
I guess we don't talk or are funny enough.
Yeah, we're not good talkers and we're not good comedians, but we're very various. So that was a great moment, and I think, like I said, I already said it. I'm not gonna do it again, but thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming every time that you do to the show. Why do you have to see? This is why we didn't win Best Comedy. Any words? Do you want to give us? You want to give a speech? Have you been part of a pageant? Isabel's wearing a dress and her neck is out. So much variety
Yeah, I
happening
felt,
today.
you know, we won the award, so I had to add variety to my outfits. And I feel like the first place to start is showing my neck. And now people can kill me easier. So
You'll be killed easy regardless. You don't need your neck. I'm not too much neck. No respect. Do you want to actually say something about we won?
Oh yes, thank you so much.
Talk about your damn neck. Oh my
We put
God.
in a
Lord.
lot of work for the show, and it means a lot for it to be recognized. So thank you.
Isabel was so upset we didn't win Best Comedy. I'm gonna put a picture. There's a picture of Isabel when she saw her face when we lost Best Comedy. But we're here. We have a trophy under our name, so can't tell us shit. And since we're celebrating so much, I've been told, and this is real. I swear to God, I've been told we have some video messages from some people who want to say congratulations to us. Isabel and I swear to, like, this is 100% true. Isabel can put her hand on the Bible. Isabel and I have not watched these videos at all. So people have some things they want to say. So let's see. Let's take a look.
Hi, Isabel.
Congratulations, Bonds. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Vaughn. Your IBS wins.
Shout out to the Very Late crew for winning Best Variety Program for IBS.
Happy 1 year of Very Late.
Hey, Vaughn and Isabel. Congratulations on winning Best Variety Program.
Hey, Vaughn and Isabel. Congratulations on your 5th anniversary. This is very... It's not the 5th? Okay. Sorry. Congratulations on your 3rd anniversary. It's really impressive that you've been able to put... Is this the first? This is just your 1st anniversary? Oh, you don't really get anything for that, although with your generation, you're used to getting a prize. So congratulations on your 1st anniversary of your show. But you know what? It's not really that big of a deal. It's just 1 year.
But is this really what we send you to college for?
Very Lame with Vaughn Leak has won IBS. Very late, very late. Excuse me.
Should be Isabel's show. But you know you got it.
Thank you for having me on that show and winning Best Variety Program. Because obviously, if it wasn't for me, I don't know if you guys will win that, to be honest. Wow. Because your host is just, he's bad.
They won Best Comedy, which is kind of funny, seeing as you're such a huge joke. Almost as big of a joke as our relationship.
What were the judges thinking? Were they like IMing on their phones when the reels were running?
Best Variety Program, not Best Comedy.
It's me. You're from a producer, head writer, showrunner, floor manager, you know, basically the human slave you worked to death to get this award. Congratulations, I guess.
The beard, a very comedic touch. Love looking at that thing, love laughing at it every day.
We all know that if I would have stayed on as sidekick, we would have won Best Comedy Program. And to be honest with you, I'm not surprised that you guys lost to KJHK. It's just, they just seem like the better school. And to be honest, Isabel, I think you should transfer there.
We know you try to be funny, so...
These are the people we lost to.
Yeah, sorry, man. Like...
Yeah, I mean, like... better luck next year.
I think it's last year, actually.
Well, good luck with your life.
Have a nice life, Vaughn.
Congratulations to the whole crew, to Al, to Isabel. I know how hard your job is, you know, trying to make Vaughn funny. Congrats.
Thanks.
Oh my God. Can't believe they won a fucking IBS award. Jesus, man. What did Rumor Report win too?
You said did Rumor Report win too? Oh my God. Thank you to everybody in that video. That was like, those white people were Isabel's parents. There was numerous white
my
people.
dad roasted us like
Your dad roasted us like hell. Is this what we sent you to school for?
That's right. Not Best Comedy, though.
Thank you to every single person that sent us videos. We have more Very Late up after the break, so stick around.
The greatest minds in science have been working tirelessly week after week using the most cutting-edge 21st century technology to perfect the greatest college TV station known to man. And today, they present their latest creation, WPTV. Ooh, anybody got any glue?
Welcome back to Very Late. International Women's Day just passed, and although I'm all for supporting and empowering women, there's one woman around Hamilton Hall who's been taking this feminist thing a bit too seriously.
It's finally Women's History Month, a time to celebrate all of the women who came before us and paved the way for future generations, and to all of those breaking the glass ceiling.
Shout out to all the queens out there for breaking the glass ceiling and proving that you're better than any man. Salute to the queens. Just make sure that if you break the glass ceiling, you just clean it up afterwards.
Women's History Month reminds me of all the women who came before me, like Susan B. Anthony, Rosa Parks, Gloria Steinem, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, AOC, Malala, and Kim Kardashian. I just love Women's History Month.
Isabel goes crazy during Women's History Month, to the point where it kind of scares me a little bit.
Women go through so much. We live lives that men will never understand. And we face everyday struggles that no one has ever faced before.
Isabel, you know I'm literally black, right?
For far too long have men stood at the forefront of our society. I will always believe in standing my ground as a woman. I'm so appreciative of what women do every day to defy sexism and fight for what they believe in.
Isabel's fucking nuts.
I'm Isabel's supervisor at work, and she's okay most of the time, but when Women's History Month rolls around, it's a whole different story.
Hi, I'm just here to pick up some equipment.
What, you think just because you're a man you can boss me around?
Huh?
Book your own equipment.
I do my best to avoid Isabel as much as possible during the month of March.
Oh, hey, Vaughn. Yeah, I was just in class and he was doing way too much. Like, why would you... What's the word for making a situation worse?
Oh, you mean exacerbate?
Don't ever speak for a woman. Anyway, how was your day?
Look, something comes over her during the month of March, and frankly, we're all worried about her. This is really not the Isabel that we usually see.
All right, ready to take three, and take three.
Don't tell me what to do. You think just because you're a man, you can tell me what to do?
No, I think because I'm the director, I can tell you what to do. Take three, Isabel, now, please.
And the director, why does it have to be a man? Who made that decision?
Isabel, we just missed the shot, Isabel.
I'm not going to take camera 3 if I don't want to. I'm free to make my own decisions about my own body.
I'm on the news team here at the radio station. Isabel's the news director. I'm all for women in leadership positions, but I think this is starting to get out of hand.
No men in BNR News. It's Women's History Month.
But I don't understand. You just hired me.
And you'll never understand what it's like to be a woman.
But...
I'm the head of the Feminist Society on campus, and to be honest, Isabella's setting us back years. Her rhetoric is outdated and was created during a time when the feminist movement was solely focused on cisgendered white women. It's very regressive.
I can't wait for this month to be over. Like, I know I went a little crazy for Black History Month, but Isabel's doing too much.
I'm always reminded of the powerful women in my life who inspire me to do my best during Women's History Month. I wouldn't be who I am today without them. We can look up to celebrities and historical figures, but no one will understand the women experience more than the women in your life. I think we should celebrate Women's History Month not just in March, but every day.
Happy Women's History Month, ladies.
Happy? Do you know how much women have suffered? Like, we barely even have rights now. Like, literally throughout history, people have been doing things throughout the entirety.
Okay. We've
like,
got more Very Late coming up, so stick around. I don't know.
I can't believe,
about,
like, why would you do this?
This is WPTV, William Patterson Television.
Welcome back to Very Late with Vont Leak. The trailer for the live-action Peter Pan and Wendy movie came out recently, and a lot of people are upset that Tinkerbell's being played by the beautiful black queen Yara Shahidi.
In a related story, M&M's decided to replace their spokes candy mascots with Maya Rudolph to fit a more dynamic and progressive world, and Tucker Carlson had some words to say about it.
M&M's will not be satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous. Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them. That's the goal. When you're totally turned off, we've achieved equity. They've won.
Conservatives are just so upset that we want to include people, and Tucker Carlson is upset that he can't get turned on by the green M&M anymore.
Well, I mean, can you blame him? Have you seen the new purple M&M? Her eyelashes? Fleeky.
The green M&M bought a new pair of Pumas so that she could be a girl on the go, and conservatives want to keep her in her place wearing uncomfortable, high-heeled boots. We all know that the real reason they want to keep green in her boots is so that she'll be forced to be uncomfortable and won't be able to achieve her dreams, so she'll just have to stay in her place as a housewife to the red guy.
Isabel's wearing green. I think you're taking a little personal, sweetie. You can say what you want. I'm glad they took the stilettos off the brown M&M. Miss Brown knows she's a cougar. That extra inch of high heel always got me going. Oof. Talk about looking like a snack. Brown is black, and black don't crack.
With Tinkerbell and the live-action Little Mermaid, conservatives are upset that mythological creatures are being recasted as a different race. Suddenly, everyone's a scientist saying the Little Mermaid can't be black because the sun doesn't reach the bottom of the ocean. The last time I checked, mermaids aren't real, and conservatives have been arguing against science since the pandemic started.
Wait, what do you have against black fairies and mermaids?
Well, nothing. They're just fictional.
Well, who says it's fictional? Michael Phelps set the bar for black swimmers and for everybody who thinks black people can't swim. Maybe Halle Bailey just wanted part of her world to be the one that breaks that generational curse. The same thing with Black Tinkerbell. What's the issue with the black fairy? Black women are the first people to be looked down on. Kept down, actually. Just let Shawty spread her wings and fly for once. We've been oppressed for years, and now you're going to tell me that a black woman in the ocean and a crab can't be best friends?
People weren't upset about Will Smith playing the genie in Aladdin, and he's blue. And for whatever reason, people haven't said much about Peter Pan being recast as a person of color in this new movie, but maybe it's because the original Peter Pan was a ginger. And in every performance of Peter Pan, he's played by a woman. But now Peter Pan can't be performed in Tennessee because of the drag ban.
Well, there goes RuPaul's chances of being in the live-action Princess and the Frog movie.
We've been making new movies and shows like this for years, changing out genders of characters. Now they're just changing race. They did Ghostbusters, Ocean's 11, How I Met Your Father.
All of those were great, by the way. I'm waiting for the premiere of 2.5 Women.
Yeah, right. Women don't get enough credit for the shit we go through. Like, it's low-key disrespectful that they think we could be half of anything.
All right, Isabel. Let's move on, and let's talk about the most progressive and inclusive change they've made in the past couple of years. Getting rid of the gender of the potato heads. When I was younger, my mom only had enough money to buy one. And because I didn't want my friends to call me gay, I just bought Mr. Potato Head.
But wouldn't wanting the guy make you gay because you didn't want the girl?
Yeah, but forming a bond with Mr. Potato Head allowed me to understand what having a single-father relationship was like. See, Isabel? Black kids like me get stereotyped for living in single-family households with their moms because their dad was out buying milk. And because Mr. Potato Head and I had such a strong relationship, I really just ended up growing up thinking that I was gay because I had a dad.
Okay, when it comes to Potato Head, I just really don't understand why conservatives are so upset. Like, were you as an adult playing with Mr. Potato Head? And like, no one was taking your potato head away either. No one's even forcing you to buy a gender-neutral potato head. That's like when gay marriage was legalized and people were worried that they were going to be forced to get gay married. Maybe Mr. Potato Head wanted to wear a flower hat, but Slinky and Bo Peep were going to call him a bitch if he did. Oh. Now, Potato Head is free to express themselves as they have wanted to for years.
Yeah, Isabel. And while we're on the subject, IHOP turning into the International House of Burgers, best decision that could have ever made for the company?
No. My point is that no one was asking for a gender-neutral potato head or for the M&Ms to change their shoes. They were asking for representation. People want to see characters that represent who they see in themselves. Real representation is creating new, unique characters that share the experiences of real people. And all of this is really just companies trying to keep making a profit and taking attention away from real issues. Because race swapping a fictional character isn't going to stop racism, and an M&M wearing sneakers isn't going to stop sexism.
Whoa, so you're telling me that you were okay when they made Lola Bunny's boobs smaller in the new Space Jam movie?
No, I was pissed.
That's what I thought. That's all for Very Late this week. I want to thank everyone who said congrats to us, the people at IBS, Where's Our Trophy, and of course Al Clark and the entire crew. 1 year of the best variety show in the country. Got a couple more of these left. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Until then, that's our show. Good night.
This is WPTV, William Patterson Television.
How do they do that?
This week on WPTV, Tuesday at 12:30, we are having a Braveathon info meeting. Both radio and TV members must attend, followed by a production of Very Late with Avant League at 1. On Thursday at 12, we will be setting up for Braveathon. Come help if you're available. And Friday, Braveathon is here. Crew call is at 8:30.
This week on WP Sports Desk, the guys break down what the softball team needs to do in their upcoming Big NJAC matchup against Stockton.
This is a huge matchup. Pioneers need to at least split in this matchup. If they do sweep, they'll be able to move up to 4th in the NJAC, and I think they can. You know, they match up very evenly with Stockton when you look at it. So the Pioneers, they really got to lock in tomorrow.
The NHL crew breaks down the latest of the playoffs in the first round.
Kane's going to have it, shoot, deflected by Chris Kreider, and that is what he does best. Every single time he's there on the power play, standing in front of the net, shielding the goalie, and deflecting the puck in.
Finally, first time ever, brand new mock draft for the first round of the NFL.
Great man-to-man player. That's really his game. Super fast, twitchy, and a really good run defender as well.
That and more right here on WPTV.
Very Late with Avant League was nominated for Best Comedy Program,
Best Talk Program,
and Best Variety Program.
But we only want Best Variety, so if you want something funny, you're watching the wrong show.
Go somewhere else.
Hi, I'm Caleb Watson, the future host of The Caleb Watson Show, and you are watching WPTV.
This Sunday, come on down to Hamilton Studios to see the joke Thrashing of a Lifetime. Call your doctor and tell him you're gonna need an operation, cause FNN is gonna bisect your sides and obliterate your funny bone. And if you're still hungry for more pain, follow us at FNNWPTV on Instagram. Oh yeah!
How do they do that?
This week on WPTV, Tuesday at 12:30, we are having a Braveathon info meeting. Both radio and TV members must attend, followed by a production of Very Late with Avant League at 1. On Thursday at 12, we will be setting up for Braveathon. Come help if you're available. And Friday, Braveathon is here. Crew call is at 8:30.
You are watching WPTV, award-winning college television. The following is a presentation of William Patterson University Television.
Hello and welcome back to the Fake News Network, where 2 + 2 = 5, and we have always been at war with Eurasia. I'm Hanukkah Solo.
And I'm Slugma. Our main story tonight, we have a very serious interview with a hunger correspondent, and our interviewer royally fucks up. More on that later, but hey, first, come here. I gotta tell you something. It's Han's birthday today. He doesn't know it yet, but the whole studio has prepared a little surprise for him at the end. Think you can keep it a secret, pal? All right, let's get back to it. Anyways, on to our rapid news.
Expect inclement weather with a big dose of irony this winter. Local indoor ski resort Big Snow has been set ablaze. Looks like skiers aren't the only thing going downhill. Mr. Beast has claimed responsibility via tweet for the arson incident as a promotional stunt for his new line of Mr. Beast burgers with extra char, trademark. If you or a loved one have video evidence of you catching fire, Mr. Beast himself will personally send you $2,000 cash. Whether it's reward or hush money is left up to interpretation. The American dream up in flames over burgers. Can't get more obvious than that.
Harvardian molecular gastronomists have finished their decades-old study regarding the deal with airplane food. Funded by Big Seinfeld, the 36-page study tests over 300 different types of food across a multitude of airlines. This includes Delta, Spirit, and Jet Purple. The study came up inconclusive as it would discover that airplanes don't have taste buds. In order to make the study not a complete waste of time, their next endeavor is human-to-plane taste bud transplants, which they view as very promising. Your tax dollars at work, ladies and gentlemen.
In collaboration with Bed Bath & Beyond, Brita has announced that it will be offering free experimental surgery to attach a Brita filter to your liver and kidneys. The filter has been tested to absorb as much as 40 liters of pure ethanol, to the horror of every frat in the nation. Now you can enjoy your favorite White Claw, Jello shot, and famous William Patterson drink, the Moldy Dorm, without that pesky buzz getting in the way. One recipient of the surgery claimed, "I used to enjoy frat parties, but after my Brita surgery..." When asked about filter maintenance at a press conference, Brita spokesperson Evelyn Clear said, "I don't know." If this sounds like your idea of a good time, you could schedule a surgery by contacting the Beyond hotline of your local Bed Bath & Beyond.
And now, talking about my weird Aunt Sally,
This just in, there's a bear in the control room.
A bear?
Get there!
This is WPTV, William Patterson Television.
How do they do that?
This week on WPTV, Tuesday at 12:30, we are having a Brave-a-thon info meeting. Both radio and TV members must attend, followed by a production of Very Late Avant League at 1. On Thursday at 12, we will be setting up for Brave-a-thon. Come help if you're available. And Friday, Brave-a-thon is here. Crew call is at 8:30.
This week on WP Sports Desk, the guys break down what the softball team needs to do in their upcoming Big NJAC matchup against Stockton.
This is a huge matchup. Pioneers need to at least split in this matchup. If they do sweep, they'll be able to move up to 4th in the NJAC, and I think they can. You know, they match up very evenly with Stockton when you look at it. So the Pioneers, they really got to lock in tomorrow.
The NHL crew breaks down the latest of the playoffs in the first round.
Kane's going to have it, shoot, deflected by Chris Kreider, and that is what he does best. Every single time he's there on the power play, standing in front of the net, shielding the goalie, and deflecting the puck in.
Finally, first time ever, brand new mock draft for the first round of the NFL.
Great man-to-man player. That's really his game. Super fast, twitchy, and a really good run defender as well.
That and more right here on WPTV.
Very Late with Von Lee was nominated for Best Comedy Program,
Best Talk Program,
and Best Variety Program.
But we only want Best Variety, so if you want something funny, you're watching the wrong show.
Go somewhere else.
Hi, I'm Caleb Watson, the future host of The Caleb Watson Show, and you are watching WPTV.
This Sunday, come on down to Hamilton Studios to see the joke Thrashing of a Lifetime. Call your doctor and tell him you're gonna need an operation, cause FNN is gonna bisect your sides and obliterate your funny bone. And if you're still hungry for more pain, follow us at FNNWPTV on Instagram. Oh yeah!
How do they do that?
This week on WPTV, Tuesday at 12:30, we are having a Brave-a-thon info meeting. Both radio and TV members must attend, followed by a production of Very Late Avant League at 1. On Thursday at 12, we will be setting up for Brave-a-thon. Come help if you're available. And Friday, Brave-a-thon is here. Crew call is at 8:30.
You are watching WPTV, award-winning college television. You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Okay, welcome to Common Hour Comedy Hour, guys. Hi, I'm Elaine, and I had a really interesting high school experience. It was just interesting because I always had a couple nicknames. The ones that always stood out to me, though, were, lesbian and bok choy. Lots of people thought I was Asian, so they decided to name me a Chinese cabbage. And honestly, it was kind of funny, except for the fact that my Chinese friend was the one that came up with it. Yeah. I thought we were on the same team, but I guess it's okay that I'll get bullied and you won't. And the craziest part is that he wasn't being racist to another Asian person, but that I'm not Asian. Like, how is the kid that's the typical Chinese American with the parents who own a Chinese restaurant coming for me? Like, you're in the back doing homework. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm actually Colombian and Dominican, though. And usually when I say that, people kind of go like, whoa, you're exotic. And I'm like, I'm really just off-brand Mexican to a lot of you guys. It's okay. But yeah, I was in my acting class the other day, and my teacher asked my ethnicity. And I mean, she's white, so white people do that. And I tell her and cue the wow. And yeah, it gets a bit weird for me sometimes because, especially white people, no hate, but they always say, I know another one of you guys. I know another one. It's like, do you know Sofia Vergara? I'm like, maybe. Like me. They're like, can you believe there's another one of them? And I'm like, okay. And yeah, she was calling over her other friend like, Kathleen, come, you gotta check this out, it's a new one. And I'm like, okay. It's cute though, because I know they're trying so hard not to be racist. Comes off as racist though. But so back to the acting class, there's another girl next to me, my friend, and she asked her as well, and she's like, I'm Peruvian, and she's like, oh, it's not that special. You're just Mexican, really. Like, you're all short and tan, like, it doesn't really matter. But then she goes, but I was born in Peru. I'm like, why would you say that when I had the spotlight on me? Like, you did that on purpose. You really did that on purpose. Yeah, that's what it's like being ethnically ambiguous, guys. So thank you. Thank you.
Sea turtle. So beautiful, so majestic, and they carry their home around with them, isn't that cute? However, she cannot compare to the greatest thing nature has given us. That, of course, is the WPTV. Mwah. Oh, I could watch that all day long. Right, Mr. Turtle? Yeah, I bet you agree, Mr. Turtle.
You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Let's welcome up our next comedian, Tony Ann Sosa.
Thank you. I just want to start off by saying that high school, like the concept of high school, is fucking crazy. Like, just think about it. You take hundreds upon hundreds of sweaty teenagers and stick them in a building for 6 hours. Like, you just walk down the hallway and get absolutely assaulted with the stench of BO covered up by Axe body spray. the perpetual headache you will have for the next 4 years is very real. Anyways, I was kind of actually a bad kid. Well, not necessarily like a bad kid. I was just like really stupid. Like the middle school weird kind of hadn't completely left my body yet. So I was like, didn't really know what was socially acceptable to do. And I didn't have any friends either. But one of the most embarrassing things I had done was think it was a good idea to try out for my high school's talent show. And what was my talent, you ask? Stand up. And as bad as you were thinking that it probably was, I promise you it was 20,000 times worse. I was like, I got up there, I was a shaking, bumbling idiot. And even though I didn't realize this at the time, because I got off that stage thinking that I was amazing, you know. I was like, oh my God, I'm so good, you know. They're just blown away by me. Yeah, so the next day, I'm sitting in class, and I get called over the PA to the principal's office, and you know, I'm walking down, I'm thinking, all right, when are they gonna get me for this time? They find out that I was the one drawing dicks in all the textbooks. That's crazy. And so I get in there, it's my vice principal, I sit down in her office, and she's like, just wanna start off by saying, you're not in trouble. I just wanted to talk to you about your little talent show talent, you know, with stand up, right? I just have some few lines in here that I think need to change, all right? So let me see. She's looking on her computer, you know. There's this one right here. Someone tell that cracked out whore to get off the stage. Yeah, this is a high school. That is not acceptable here. You cannot say that here. And I'm like, excuse me? I thought this was a performing arts high school. This is my art. You are trying to silence me right now. And then she goes on to say, you know, she keeps looking. There was also another one here. Yes. Were these kids raised in a barn? See, we do have some students who are raised on farms, so that could be taken as offensive. So that one will also have to come out. And, you know, I thought, like, I was outraged, you know. I'm like, why am I being treated like a white man on Twitter right now? Stop trying to cancel me. I don't appreciate it. And so, you know, she turns back around. She's like, you know, we do remember that this is a performing arts high school. Have you considered singing? You know, I just saw Les Mis. It's a very, very beautiful show. You know, because I had really started off this interaction with the principal thinking that I was like Miss Universe or something, but it really ended up turning out more like when Steve Harvey called out the wrong name of the winner. But anyways, I ended up changing my talent show talent to magic. You know, I magically disappeared from the lineup of talent people in the show. Thank you so much.
You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Next up, welcome Hunter Long.
Hello. There we go. My name is Hunter Long, and I'm going to talk to you about my suffering in retail. Who here has been to Trader Joe's? Yeah. It's truly a middle-aged white woman's happy place. And you're laughing because you agree, or you're seething because I called you old. So, at Trader Joe's, we specialize in lying to you. Because it's fun. Your average Trader Joe's employee would be fired for saying that, but not me. I quit. Yeah, if you're hiring, I am still looking. So I should have noticed the red flags in the training video when they said the hierarchy for employees was an inverted pyramid. See, the thing about a pyramid scheme is the person at the top makes the most money. Just because you tell us we're at the top doesn't mean we're making as much money. But that's their business model. We're not allowed to talk about that. So when I first did my interview, it didn't feel like it was quite going well. That is until I told them I was a soccer referee. Really good with violently angry moms. So right before I start the game, I tell the kids, all right, make sure you drink your water, stay hydrated, have fun. And then you just, it's quiet for a moment until, annihilate them, Tommy. Nathan, no goal, no dinner. And then my favorite, pierdosze. That means fuck you in Polish. So, I got the job. I was at Trader Joe's for a quarter of my life, and that sounds like a long time, but there's birds who've been alive longer than me. I'm 22 years old. Trader Joe's loves veterans. Sometimes customers, they don't ask for help, but they have their own way of communicating. Can I help you? Yeah, can you help me find the everything but the bagel seasoning? Can you let me put up my cream cheese in fucking peace? It's the low-fat one. So, the shelf is full of quite literally nothing but cream cheese, but I'll still get the question, can you help me find the cream cheese? And I try to ignore it. I pretend, as I'm stocking cream cheese, by the way, and she's asking for it. And, you know, I give in. I stand there, I rest my face with a resting Kermit look, as I call it, just. She thinks I didn't hear her. Ask one more time, could you help me find the cream cheese, sir? Here you go. And you know, she examines it. Cream cheese Karen, examining the cream cheese like a crime scene. She looks at the expiration date. It's got like a good 3 weeks, and she asks, is there anything older than that? I'm putting up the oldest we've got. And I tell her that. No, this is all we've got. Could you just check in the back? Yeah. So I head back, and of course I hear, can I help you? Yes, can you help me find the cream cheese? Thank you. And thank you for coming to Comedy Hour, Common Hour.
This is WPTV, William Patterson Television.
How do they do that?
This week on WPTV, Tuesday at 12:30, we are having a Braveathon info meeting. Both radio and TV members must attend, followed by a production of Very Late Avant League at 1. On Thursday at 12, we will be setting up for Braveathon. Come help if you're available. And Friday, Braveathon is here. Crew call is at 8:30.
This week on WP Sports Desk, the guys break down what the softball team needs to do in their upcoming big NJAC matchup against Stockton.
This is a huge matchup. Pioneers need to at least split in this matchup. If they do sweep, they'll be able to move up to fourth in the NJAC, and I think they can. You know, they match up very evenly with Stockton when you look at it. So the Pioneers, they're really got to lock in tomorrow.
The NHL crew breaks down the latest of the playoffs in the first round.
Kane's going to have it, shoot, deflected by Chris Kreider, and that is what he does best. Every single time he's there on the power play, standing in front of the net, shielding the goalie, and deflecting the puck in.
Finally, first time ever, brand new mock draft for the first round of the NFL.
Great man-to-man player. That's really his game. Super fast, twitchy, and a really good run defender as well.
That and more right here on WPTV.
Very Late with Avant League was nominated for Best Comedy Program,
Best Talk Program,
and Best Variety Program.
But we only want Best Variety, so if you want something funny, you're watching the wrong show.
Go somewhere else.
Hi, I'm Caleb Watson, the future host of The Caleb Watson Show, and you are watching WPTV.
This Sunday, come on down to Hamilton Studios to see the joke Thrashing of a Lifetime. Call your doctor and tell him you're gonna need an operation, cause FNN is gonna bisect your sides and obliterate your funny bone. And if you're still hungry for more pain, follow us at FNNWPTV on Instagram. Oh yeah!
How do they do that?
This week on WPTV, Tuesday at 12:30, we are having a Braveathon info meeting. Both radio and TV members must attend, followed by a production of Very Late Avant League at 1. On Thursday at 12, we will be setting up for Braveathon. Come help if you're available. And Friday, Braveathon is here. Crew call is at 8:30.
You are watching WPTV, award-winning college television. This is WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. Your eyes do not deceive you. I am not Jimmy Patton. I'm Mark Brandt, and I will be guest hosting today's episode of WP Sports Desk. And we've got a great one in story of Andrew Balistreri with WP Softball, Anthony Walker with WP Baseball, and Jimmy Patton with the NBA. Andrew, what's going on over at Pioneer Softball Field?
Well, the Pioneers were able to bust out the brooms on Tuesday, got a nice little sweep over Jersey City. So we're going to bring you some highlights from that game, break it all down for you, as well as Jalen Miller, another amazing performance on Tuesday. She's off to a great start in her season. We'll talk about her. And then we're going to kick it off. There's about 15 games left in the season. Pioneers got to win some clutch games. We'll give you our takes on which games they must win. And then tomorrow, Pioneers head down to TCNJ to take on the Lions. We'll preview that game for you.
Yeah, you know, on Tuesday they had a really good day. But Anthony, take us to the overside. Jeff Albies, what's the latest for the WP baseball team?
Mark, the Pioneers busted out the Bats against Rutgers New York, beating them 19-7. We'll break down that win. Also, a couple of Pioneers stepping up lately, and not the usual suspects. So we'll talk about who other than Colin Lombardo, Steve Yellen, Dan Carter, who has stepped up most for the Pioneers. Also, Pioneers went on a little bit of a skid, lost 4 in a row. Since then, they have won 3 in a row. We'll talk about what they've done to right the ship. And finally, we'll talk about the Pioneers' biggest threat if they want to make the NJAC playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of matchups. Looking forward to seeing how the Pioneers do with those. But Jimmy Patton, this is weird.
It is weird. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I'll see if I still got it, though. NBA playoffs are around the corner. They have arrived. We're going to talk about the playoff matchups coming up, marquee matchups, as well as MVP debate, the Joker, the process, Embiid, Nikola Jokic, which big man is going to get it. Also, if I'm an analyst, that means one thing. I'm going to argue Knicks with Andrew Balistreri and IG Davis. That's going to be must-see, and we cannot wait, Mark.
Yeah, can't wait for that either. But with 15 games remaining, we're going to throw it to Andrew and the WP softball crew. Stick with us here on WPTV.
This is WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. The Nears are rolling, and there's less than 15 games left. Here to break it all down is Andrew, Anthony, Jimmy, and Andrew. Pioneers took on the NJCU Gothic Knights on Tuesday and busted out the brooms. Andrew Balistreri, take us through this one.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the highlights from this game. It was awesome 2-game series. Pioneers get the sweep in Game 1. It was a great pitching duel. Jalen Miller was going off. Sidney Dabity of NJCU going off. As we see here, a nice steal right there by Jill Bigos. But this is what really matters. Bottom of the 6th inning, Jasmine Vera, fly ball to deep left field, hits the wall, gets the game-winning run in right there. Pioneers win that one 1-0. And right here, let's see a nice little Wheezy web gem as she does. Pioneers win that one 1-0. On to Game 2. Pioneers absolutely routed them, an 8-run second inning. All of these runs came with 2 outs. Bigos had some nice hits, and right here we're going to see Carly McDaniel have a nice one, get 2 more runs in on that one. She's able to move up to second on the bad throw. But right here we see another rip into the outfield. This time it's Gianna Mulatto joining the party. It was a fun game for the Pioneers. They take this one 11-1. Right here we see Kylie Bythrow getting another single. Pioneers, they were just hitting all day. And Caitlin Monahan joins the fun, gets one right into the outfield to score another run. Pioneers, they really crushed Jersey City just like they had to do, but this is play of the game. The double play on the pick, the Kylie Cannon, the strikeout, getting it over to third, getting the out. And right here we see Grace Gaskill also joining in on fun, has a 2-run single and able to move on to second on the throw. And then right here, another rope into the outfield over there. A nice little cranker in Mark Brandt's eyes. Pioneers win it 11-1, 2-0 on the day.
Yeah, we were on the call for that one. We had some fun. Jimmy, what did we see from the sweep of NJCU there?
Saw the ball get put in play. Pretty simply, Pioneers only had 3 strikeouts in each game. Anytime the Pioneers can keep their strikeouts down in their performance, work walks, get on base, lineup's a lot more depth in it than we have seen since last season. 1 through 9 really can all put the ball in play. So if they can do that, they'll be in a lot of games.
Anthony?
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with what I saw here from the Pioneers. You get a great pitching performance in Game 1. Game 2 flies, and you know what the Pioneers do? They don't hit home runs. They are able to put the ball in the gap. They're able to put the ball down the line, get hits, put pressure on the defense, and score a lot of runs that way, which is a really refreshing play style.
Absolutely great game. Andrew, quickly?
Pretty much what Walker said. A lot of small ball, go gap to gap, back and forth, put the ball in play. And Jalen Miller was phenomenal in Game 2. They're going 4 innings pitched, only allowing 1 hit.
Yeah, speaking of Jalen Miller, she's been dealing all season, including, the doubleheader when she came in for relief in the first game and then started the second game. It's time to give her flowers. Jimmy, what have you seen from Miller this year?
Seen absolute dominance, seen another step up. We got to look at her stats here on the season, taking a big step up even since last year in her freshman campaign. 7-2 on the season, 64 innings pitched, a 1.141 ERA and a 1.02 WHIP with 46 strikeouts. She's pitched 6 or more innings 6 times this season. She has kept the ball in the ballpark, has not let up a home run. And I mean, NJCU only allowed 1 hit, so really just dominant. And she's going to be a big reason why the Pioneers are going to be a threat in the NJAC later in the season.
Yeah, Jalen Miller, certainly an impressive pitcher. Anthony, what have we seen from Miller?
She's been great, and she is a staple of the bullpen of the start rotation. She is a workhorse. She leads the team in innings pitched by over 20 innings. She's been absolutely phenomenal. And then you looked at the ERA, it's in the low ones. I mean, It's been absolutely dominant for her, and she can hit the ball too if she needs to.
Yeah, Andrew.
I mean, she's pitched 64 2/3 innings, and she only has a 200 batting average against her. That's basically the Mendoza line right there, and that is insane to see.
Yeah, man, she's been on fire. She's solidifying herself as one of the top NJAC pitchers. I mean, the 1-2 punch, her and Lila Guthrie, both been phenomenal. She already tied her win total from last year with 7 wins. She's looking for more. She's progressing great. She's been exciting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, only 14 games left on their schedule, and the Pioneers do have some work to do in the NJAC if they want to make the playoffs. Anthony, which of these games stands out to you the most in the final stretch here?
Let's go right to the end. Let's go with Rutgers and Newark. Pioneers play them to wrap up their season. And with how things are going, the NJAC is very tightly packed. What happens in those final games might determine who makes the NJAC playoffs, where the seeding is, everything like that. And they should be able to beat a very beatable Rutgers Newark team.
Absolutely. Andrew Gavin?
Montclair State is important, as always, the Route 46 rivalry. Montclair is 17-9. Alyssa Brown and Liz Mullen batting well above 450. This team can knock the cover off the ball, and that's something to watch.
Valley.
I got to go with Stockton, a team that's ahead of them right now in the NJAC standings. Pioneers lost both games to them in extra innings last year, looking for some revenge. But Narina Tramp and Nicole Smith, 2 pitchers for Stockton, both sub-2 ERAs as well, just like the Pioneers, and they have 5 players hitting 300 or better. It's going to be tough games, but the Pioneers are going to have to get them.
Jimmy, final?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be the Kane Cougars for me. Pioneers faced Kane last season. They lost a combined 23-3. Kane only 2 conference wins this season, so it's a much more manageable opponent this season. If they want to compete with the top dogs of the NJAC, they're going to have to beat teams that are ranked ahead of them going into the season like Kane was.
Yeah, included in this final stretch of games is a doubleheader tomorrow against TCNJ. Andrew Gavin, what are we expecting from these games?
TCNJ is 59. As we take a look here and look at these two teams together, and we take a look, the Pioneers are 18-5-1. And TCNJ's 59. Batting average, TCNJ's 335, ERA 272 to William Patterson's low 169 ERA, and the whip both low for both teams. But something like to look at is Elizabeth Goose and Julia Resler have a combined record of 11-4, and they both have an average ERA of 212, and that is going to be insane against this Pioneer offense that can go gap to the gap and line to line.
Balistrieri, what are we looking for at this doubleheader?
Yeah, I mean, TCNJ not dominating the NJAC like they usually do. Pioneers lost both games to them last year, could not get the bats going in those ones, but this is a big NJAC matchup. Both teams looking to move up a bit in the standings, and I think if the Pioneers are able to split in this matchup, they should go home happy.
Absolutely. Jimmy?
I'm looking for low-scoring games. Last season, both games were decided by like 4 runs or less, not much more than 5 runs in each game. A lot of bunting from TCNJ. That's really how they beat us last season. They beat us in the small ball game. A couple of errors got away from us. I want William Patterson to bunt more. A lot of situational times we've seen players strike out, haven't really been able to get runner from first to second, second to third with 1-0 outs. So situational hitting like that, it's going to be the difference in a team like TCNJ who doesn't make many mistakes.
Anthony, close us out.
Yeah, I like where Gavin went with the pitching here. I'm going to go with the offense for TCNJ. They have a very good offense. Julia Canali, Casey Neveling, Cameron Kitchen each have an OPS over 1,000. If the Pioneers want to win this game, they need to keep those 3 players contained.
Absolutely. Well, we wish the Pioneers the best of luck tomorrow as we throw it over to Anthony and the guys to break down some William Patterson baseball.
You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to the desk. NJAC play is heating up, and here to talk the latest from Jeff Albies Field, we have Anthony, Andrew, Jimmy, and Mikey. The Pioneers took down Rutgers Newark by a final score of 19-7 on Thursday. Anthony, take me through this one.